Well, hello and welcome back to Read Becca. It is once again time for a to be read list, this time for the month of March. March is a very, very eventful month. Lots of readathons. So I really struggled to pare down my list and keep it within the realms of realism, and I think I managed pretty well. So let's dive into the books I intend to read. I'm not committing to reading, but I think I've got a pretty good shot at reading all or most of these. This year so far has been very good in hitting my TBRs. I've read about 3 out of 4 or 5 for the most part. We will see if this just is where I fall off the rails though. Well, it's future editing me here to insert a little miss that I had here. I thought for sure I was gonna have my full TBR, no problems, without writing everything down, and I missed something, and that is March on the Moors, the Brontes focused readathon. And it kind of makes sense that I missed it because I don't have a specific book picked out yet. This is focused on reading either the Brontes, any of them, or Bronte-inspired works. And I think that I'm settled on reading something from the actual Brontes this year rather than an inspired work, but I have not settled on which book. So that's where I'm sitting at with that one, but I definitely do intend to participate in some way, even if as it comes toward the end of the month, I need to fit something in. I definitely want to get something in for this readathon. So throwing back to past me. However, the first one we are targeting is going to be a double up because I have my flowchart for the TBR Reading Spa readathon. That is a year-long readathon, and every month has sort of a prompt flowchart. So I'm going to look at my chart here. This month we have the question, how would you spend an ideal weekend? And our 3 answers are gardening, crafting, or hiking. I don't know if any of those are ideal weekends for me, but hiking is the most likely. So from there, we have you visited somewhere new in the last week? I have not at all. So no, read a book that makes you think of a holiday. And I'm taking this to mean the non-US version of holiday, which is just a vacation rather than a holiday date on the calendar. So for that, I'm going with something that doubles up with March Mystery Madness, and that is the amazing Mrs Polifax by Dorothy Gilman. And I believe Mrs Polifax is an older lady sleuth, like a citizen, non-professional sleuth, but she gets called up on missions. And this one says, now the man from the CIA was asking if she could leave immediately on a mission that would take her halfway across the world. What could Mrs Polifax say but yes? And there's some really terrible, possibly like 3D modeling on the cover, but it's clearly a faraway destination that is not America or Britain, it seems. So halfway across the world sounds like a vacation or a holiday. So I'm excited about that one. And as she's a citizen sleuth, obviously that will fit into March Mystery Madness. The next thing that I want to do is for middle grade March. I am a big middle grade reader. I feel like last year, 2025, I really fell off on my middle grade reading, but I enjoy it so much. And I have a couple of books here, actually. Whichwood and Furthermore. I think these are standalones, but kind of in a connected series or universe. And they are just really, really beautiful books that I bought ages ago on sale from Book Outlet and have never read for some odd reason. And I know that I like Tara Mafi's writing style generally, and I need to get to these. So I think both of these are going to be middle grade fantasy novels set in kind of fantastical worlds that center a outlying woman character, I think, or young girl character. And I'm just excited about that. So I think these are going to sweep me away, and I need some middle grade reading in my life. And the next one actually worked out perfectly and very coincidentally, and that's for March of the Mammoths, which is a large book focused, mammoth focused readathon in the month of March, where we don't have to finish the mammoth book, a book over 800 pages, but we have to start it, at least get yourself rolling on that mammoth. And you've seen this one before, but it's Fall by Neil Stephenson. I had not even thought about the fact that I was lining this up perfectly. I grabbed this for a try chapter in January, and I mentioned in February I probably was not going to get to it, but I was going to hang on to it because it really drew me in that try chapter. And this is perfect for March of the Mammoths because it is over 800 pages. It's, in fact, well over, almost 900. So yeah, I think this would be a great mammoth for me to get into. So I'm so happy that that just kind of fell into place perfectly. And then the last book that I have on my TBR is a buddy read. I have Beat Queen by Louise Erdrich. And this one is a buddy read with Melinda from A Web of Stories and Angelia from Read and Reread. We read the first book, Love Medicine, and this is a continuation of that sort of loose series following the same kind of generational saga in these families. So I'm excited to continue on buddy reading with them in this series and enjoying more of Erdrich's works, because Love Medicine was the first novel of hers I had ever read, and it was fantastic. So I think this is going to be more of the same, and I'm wholeheartedly excited about reading it. So those are the things that I definitely have planned. I also am extremely, extremely hopeful that the Sheep Detectives novel is going to come in. I've had a hold for months, and it's looking like it probably will come in. And it's not titled The Sheep Detectives. That's the movie's title. It's something like 3 Bags Full, I believe. But it's been very popular, and so I've had a hold on it for months, and I think it's finally going to come in, also in perfect time for March Mystery Madness. So if so, that may be a second mystery that I get to, which I don't hardly even know anything about it other than it's supposedly a great mystery featuring the sheeps actually sleuthing and investigating the murder of their shepherd. I don't know, but it sounds wonderful. And everything I've heard about both the books and the movie have been fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to that one, if it comes in. But that's an alternate. Anyway, with that, what are you excited about from this list? And are you participating in these readathons? Let me know your reads down below. And thank you so very much for watching.